The Center of Excellence for Educator Preparation and Innovation is hosting its 4th annual Professional Development Conference this Thursday.
This year's theme is Beyond the Classroom, expanding horizons for elevating teaching and learning. Joining us today, we have one of the visionaries behind this, Dr. Andres Carter-Sims, the Chief Learning Officer for the EPI Center. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you both for having us.
This annual event has really grown over the years, and this is putting an emphasis into teaching, and we thought it was important to have this interview at 5:30 while our educators are at home resting. They're getting ready to move out of school, but you guys are still creating something where they can still learn. What is the significance of that?
Absolutely. So schools are preparing for testing right now, so we know that that's extremely important. But we're having a conference this Thursday, April the 10th, and it is about beyond the classroom. It's about thinking about the school improvement that's needed. And what we really promote within our center is really the science behind improving school. And so teachers are not just trained to haphazardly decide, I'm going to do this for student A and this for student B. They actually sit down and develop a plan. They work to implement that plan. They look at the data to determine if they need to stay with that plan or if they need to tweak things and continue to move. And we are going to have some phenomenal teachers right here from South Carolina that are serving in some of our high need schools that are going to share exceptional growth that their students have experienced because of this. And so we want people to register for the conference to come and learn about what these educators are doing so that they can do the same thing in their classroom.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to some of the hands-on things that they're going to be learning, I mean, what are some of the focuses when it comes to helping these teachers learn how to expand their horizons, especially in the classroom with some of these students?
So we're going to share with them opportunities to know how to use AI in the classroom, how to engage with STEM strategies, how to engage their students, period, but then also how to use this school improvement method in order to enhance student achievement in their classrooms. It's going to be engaging, it's going to be edutainment, and it is going to be a phenomenal experience.
I know one of the areas you're focusing on, the rural communities. Just historically and traditionally, sometimes the rural communities don't have the funds or may have lacked access to certain different developments in education. How would this conference help some of the teachers in those rural communities?
So the EPI Center is blessed to have a number of opportunities to support educators. And so the cost for the conference is only $50, but if educators cannot afford to pay that, we want them to reach out to us because we do have scholarships available for them. And we do know that in rural districts, you can look at the State Department's website to see that they have a difficult time securing educators in those areas. And so the EPI Center works to service everyone, but we definitely have attention to those areas because they need that additional support and they deserve it.
Yeah. And we're showing some video from past conferences. It looks like a lot of people involved there. And we saw a lot of different things, everything from writing efficiency to other subjects as well. So I know we're talking a lot about STEM and AI, but does this cover everything from, like we said, writing to math?
Absolutely.
And sciences?
So all of the core content areas, when we think about school improvement, when we think about that process, it can be used in any content area, even if it is career and technology education. It is about strategically and systemically thinking about how you can actually move every single student within your school, within your classroom. It is the ability that every student can learn when the teacher has this training. And so they, of course, will get information about how to do this, but there will be opportunities to learn how they can get more information about how to engage in this process. But anyone in any subject area, and it is not just for certified educators, it is for classified educators as well. We need to be reminded that everybody in the building plays an important role, and so we want superintendents and principals to understand that this conference is for anyone, and they can go to epipathways.org to register. Or again, if they're having difficulty with funding, we're not turning anybody away. The center wants to serve the community and address the teacher vacancies that we have.
And speaking of teacher vacancies, that was going to lead to my next question. In addition to learning for CTE and math and science and beyond, I mean, this looks like a conference that is recharging as well. With the education system changing in so many ways, some people want to stay, some people want to leave. How is this conference going to help boost that morale in the classroom?
Well, we are absolutely going to make sure that we love on the educators because they deserve it. There are a lot of things that are not always said that are positive about education, but education is the place to be. We know that it is the great divide. We know that it is an opportunity to change not only a child, but a generation, an entire family, an entire community. And so by coming, we are going to share with them those opportunities and motivate them to get to the end of the year as well as to return. And again, there are going to be a number of opportunities shared that they will be able to access then, but then also after the conference as well.
All right, Dr. Carter Sims, thank you so much for joining us. We want to pull up the information now to make sure that all the educators who heard this powerful interview, you're able to attend Thursday, April 10th, 9:30 to 3:30. This is going to be at the R2I2 Conference Center. Where can people still go to still register?
Again, they can go to epipathways.org in order to register. It's right on our homepage. There's a registration button right on the right.
Okay.
As soon as they go to that website, so epipathways.org.
All right, thank you so much. We'll make sure to share this information as well on our website, wistv.com. We're going to take a quick break and more news and weather after this.